This is not an everyday carry video. This is better. These are the items that I use every day to look and dress better. So I want to start off with accessories because I think this is the bare minimum to elevating your style. And the first thing is going to be a good chain stack. For this, I recommend getting one single chain and then the one that's longer, a pendant necklace. I like both of these to be short, anywhere between 18 to 22 inches. And I recommend sticking to one tone, whether that's silver or gold. I think when they both match, it just looks a little bit better. And the pendant should be something unique and interesting. This way, your entire outfit is just gonna look like it has that extra touch. And more than likely, you're gonna get a lot of compliments with this because, especially if it's something interesting, people are gonna ask about it, people are gonna ask what it means. And it's something so simple. A pendant necklace, by no means is it gonna be out of your comfort zone. It's really the small details that go such a long way. Now, when it comes to jewelry, I really recommend investing into good quality. Last thing you want is something flimsy, something that feels cheap, and is more likely just gonna break on you. The next accessory that you should get are some good sunglasses. First of all, this looks good on every guy, but I recommend getting a pair that's not in the color black. Black is just a little bit too boring, and if anything, it makes you look more serious and a little bit more unapproachable. If you get something in a lighter color, this looks more inviting, more interesting, especially if you get a pair in some more round frames. For example, I got this pair that's this tortoise color with the brown lens. In fact, this was only $50. I got these from Quince. I've been wearing this a ton, especially right now that it's summer. I try not to leave the house without sunglasses. Not only does it protect your eyes, but it genuinely does a good job of making any outfit look that much better. Another thing that I'd never leave the house with is a good watch. This just makes you look more mature, especially if it's a good timepiece. That being said, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on a watch. Entry-level watches look just as good, so think of brands like Seiko, Tissot, or even cheaper options like Timex or Seiko. It's really not about what brand you have, but if you have a good timepiece on your wrist, again, I just feel like it ties everything together, making you look so much better. In fact, I've struck up so many conversations with a good watch, whether it's somebody complimenting me or if I notice somebody's wearing a nice watch, I'm gonna talk to them about them. And I think that's so important, especially when you're trying to dress better. Not only are you getting out your comfort zone, but you're talking to new people, which is just gonna make your life way more interesting. Like I said, these don't have to be expensive. You can get one on a bracelet, on a leather band, or a rubber strap. Even better if you can get one watch and swap out the straps. That way you only spend money on one watch. You can make it look completely different, especially on the different occasions that you're dressing to. Now, for me, these are my essential accessories, but you could always take it a step further depending on what you like. For example, rings are a good option. Although I don't wear them a ton, sometimes I will throw one on just to switch things up. I think when it comes to accessories, me especially, I typically just stick to the same things over and over again. And sure, they look good, but always switching things up can keep things fresh. And not only is that going to be more interesting, but also you're having fun with the accessories that you're wearing, which is just something else that goes such a long way. All right, now let's move on to clothing, because obviously this is the most essential thing to dress better. The one thing I recommend, especially if you're on the younger side, is a good polo. For some reason, it took me so long to start wearing these, but once I did, I was getting way more compliments, and I really wish I started wearing them earlier. Right now, I think long sleeve polos look so good. For example, this gray one, this is a flow knit breeze polo from Quince. And not only does this look so good, but since it's lightweight and breathable, you could wear it no matter the weather outside. I also like this one because it looks way more expensive than it actually is. This one is also from Quince, which is just a brand that I've been loving. So it makes me really happy to say that this video is sponsored by Quince. So that being said, here are some more of my favorite items to wear from Quince. First of all, everybody needs a good t-shirt, especially one that looks good and is comfortable. So I picked up their 100% organic cotton t-shirt that feels amazing, keeps cool, borderline unbelievable how comfortable this shirt actually is. I got one in the color black and one in the color navy. I think darker tones look good on everybody. It's one of my favorite things to wear, so I'm really happy with these pickups. Now, speaking of organic cotton, if you have not made the switch to organic cotton underwear, you are seriously missing out. I actually tried these from Quince several months back, and since then, I've just been buying more and more, and I'm slowly swapping my entire underwear section to just organic cotton. It is really that comfortable. I got a 3-pack for $40, which is cheaper than designer underwear, yet better materials. Seriously, these are an absolute steal. I heavily recommend these. Now, if it's still hot where you live, you should definitely consider picking up some linen pieces. I got these 100% linen shorts from Quince. These are so comfortable. I got these in the color black because again, these just go with absolutely everything. I do wish these were 5-inch inseams, but they are 7 inches, which is pretty good. That being said, I'm 5'8", 165 pounds. I got a size medium in everything, but again, being 5'8", my legs aren't very long. So again, I typically prefer 5 inches, but the 7 inches do look good. I do wear this a lot, especially when it's hot. I still want to dress good without completely dying in pants. If you still want to wear pants, it really depends on the fabric. And the best example is this commuter pants. These are way more comfortable than something like denim. In denim, you're going to be dripping in sweat. It's not going to be fun. So think think of these like golf pants. They are very lightweight, still a very breathable material. I love the slim fit on these. It goes with absolutely everything. In fact, you could dress this up or keep things casual. So even on the warmer weather, this is something that I'm still wearing. Now, if you need a good button-down shirt, which is something that I recommend to absolutely everybody, Quince also carries some good linen shirts, and the price tag is honestly just unbeatable. I also love this sand color that I got. This is something that will get you a ton of compliments. A short sleeve button-down is a staple for every guy. So this is something that I've been wearing a ton. Now, just because I know everybody's gonna ask me where I got this polo from, this is a 100% Mongolian cashmere sweater polo, which sounds way more expensive. In fact, I've seen other brands sell this for well over $200. This sweater polo is the best price you'll find for cashmere. And if cashmere is something that you've never tried, again, you are really missing out. This is so soft, so comfortable, and I love the texture on this. It has this cozy, fuzzy vibe. If you want a piece that's very fairly priced, yet looks way more expensive than it actually is, this is something that you should definitely try. So most of the clothing that you're gonna see in this video is from Quince. Thank you so much to Quince for sponsoring today's video, and all the pieces in this video are gonna be linked in the description for you to check out. Okay, one thing that I've been living in is a good crop t-shirt. If you're on the younger side and you don't want to dress too formal, this is something that you could wear pretty much every day. I never get tired of this. It looks good with every bottom that you have, whether they're shorts or pants. I love the boxy fit on this. It's not too oversized. It's genuinely one of those pieces that if you throw it on, you are going to look like you know what you're doing when it comes to men's fashion. So I'm a big believer that you should dress good no matter where you're going, and that's including working out as well. If you're going to the gym, you want to impress your gym crush, here are a few things that I think that you should add to your gym wardrobe. 5-inch workout shorts are my absolute essential, especially one that's lightweight, and I would recommend something that's not in the color black because that's just a little bit too boring. You should really aim to stand out, especially in the gym. These are also going to show off your legs, so perfect for leg day or for a good run. One thing that every guy is going to look good in is workout quarter zips. This is yet another piece from Quince. This one is so soft, it's actually unbelievable. I love the color on this one and it fits incredible. It's snug on the chest and shoulders, but it's not too tight. It's not a compression shirt. So it's very comfortable to work out in. And I would say that this one is comparable to another brand that we all know, but literally half the price. Okay, so outside of clothing, there are still a few things that you could do to make yourself look better and really tie in your entire aesthetic. For example, there is no point in dressing good if you're just gonna have an absolute mop on your hair. And I know I badly need a haircut. I scheduled one. It's coming soon, but I've actually been getting a ton of compliments on my 70-30 split. First of all, thank you. That means a lot. So if you're wondering what hair products that I've been using to make my hair look like this, there's really two options. 1, leave-in conditioner, or 2, sea salt spray. Right now I have sea salt spray in my hair. This just adds extra waves. Since I'm wearing a polo right now, I wanted it to be a little bit more clean cut, but if I'm going for a more messy look, then I'm gonna use some leave-in conditioner. This is gonna make my hair look a little bit more on the curly side, but it is gonna look messy, which I think looks really cool at times, but I really think that your hairstyle should fit whatever outfit that you're wearing as well. So if you wanna look a little bit more mature, then keep your hair looking a little bit cleaner. And if it's a day that you're dressing more casual, then you could try out a messy hairstyle, but of course it still has to be styled. Messy doesn't mean bedhead. There are certain ways to do it. This is just what's been working for me. Like I said, huge thank you to Quince for sponsoring today's video. Everything is going to be linked in the description. And if you want to see about the items that I do carry every day, here's a video to show you exactly that.